Hey there, I'm back with a new video. Hope you all are doing great, and today we are going to talk about brush tool. If you are a graphic designer or if you use a Photoshop in your life, then you already know about the brush tool. But did you know everything about brush tool? If you don't know, then no worries. In this tutorial I'm going to show you everything. I'm going to teach you everything about brush tool, because there are a lot of things which you don't know. So let's start the video. Before watching this video, just share and subscribe PIXIPACE YouTube channel and share this video with your friends so that they can also learn something from this video. So let's enjoy the video and learn about brush tool. Welcome to PIXIPACE. I am a professor of graphics. To use the brush tool, either you can click on this icon or you can press the shortcut B. It will automatically select the brush tool, then paint over anywhere at your canvas. It will draw the shape according to your cursor, according to your demands. Later on, suppose there are 5 colors and you are painting something and you don't want to change the color again and again, so there are a lot of shortcuts for that. Suppose I'm drawing something using brush tool and I want to change the color, then I'm not going to press this color picker again and again and select the color. Rather than doing this, I'll simply press the alt or option. If you are using Mac, then simply click on anywhere that color you want to select. Now it selected that color, and again to change the color simply press option or alt to change another color, and here it is. So this tool is beneficial, this option is beneficial if you are painting something using brush tool, so you don't need to change your tools again and again. You just change the color by just using brush tool by pressing the option or alt key. Later on, suppose you want to draw a straight line, then you simply need to use shift. Suppose without you pressing the shift, I'm drawing the straight line and it's not working. So rather than doing this, I'll simply click anywhere, then press shift and another corner of your canvas like this one. Now you can check it's working according to my mouse clicking, because I pressed a shift button, so it will automatically work according to the shift. So it is moving the brush tool with that command by pressing shift. So now let's understand more function about the brush tool. On this, there you can find a lot of properties of brush, this is angle. By using you can change the angle of brush. For now, this is just a basic angle of this one, so this is real angle of the brush tool. Now I'm going to change the angle of this. Suppose I wanna this 45 degree, minus 45 degree angle. Now you can check it changed the brushes style. Now let's understand the angle by changing it more, and here it is. So these are the 3 angles. This is 0, 45, and this is another one. You can change the angle here by clicking on here too. This one is 150 angle, minus 150 angle, and here you can change the angle a 0, and on this icon you can put the value of any angle that you want to use in your brush tool. Now let's understand the second one, that is a size. By playing with this slider, you can manage the size of the brush. Here it is 70, and this one is, and there is another shortcut to change the size of brush, that is brackets. And if you press the left closed bracket, then it will decrease the size. If you press the right bracket, then it will increase the size of the brush, like this one. So this is about size. And now let's understand hardness. Hardness means how your brush is going to work, it's going to make a soft lines it's drawing soft lines or a hard line. Now our hardness is 0, and you can find the borders of this line is really soft. And now I'm going to make a hardness 100, and you can check. He'll find the hard brush and the soft brush. So these are the basic tools, and here by clicking on this one you can search the brush, and by like pressing any brush you can select the brush and work with that brush. Like if you don't want to use the properties here to see the brushes, then you can simply right click anywhere in your canvas to see the brush properties. And like I'm going to right clicking here, all the properties are working, like angle, size, hardness, and all kind of brushes are here. These modes are simply blending modes. If you have any kind of knowledge blending modes, then you can easily understand this. Like if you're painting over the photo, then you can use the blending modes. If you don't have any kind of knowledge of blending modes, then no worries, I'm going to make a special tutorial about the blending modes, because this is really important chapter of Adobe Photoshop or a graphic designer. So that's why I'm going to make a special tutorial for that. But for now I'm going to explain few things about the blending modes. Let me suppose I inserted the photo in that. Now I'm going to use blending modes. If I draw any shape by using normal mode, then it will simply draw that color like this one. So this is the normal one. Now I'm going to use the second property, that is like multiple, or you can use any brush from that. You can check. Now let me decrease the size of brush. You can find it is more working on white areas, like on lighter areas. It's not that much working on darken areas. Now let's understand the second property, that is this one, screen. I'm going to use screen in this one, and it will work more on darken areas. It will show the more colors on darken areas, and multiple will show the more colors on white, like lighter areas. And these are the soft light. If you wanna use only soft light of any brush, then it will simply softly draw a color on that. Now I'm going to use normal blending mode or normal mode. The next one is opacity. Now our brush opacity is 100%. Now it's completely showing the 100% brush colors. Now let's decrease the 50% of proper opacity. Now it will show only 50% of the colors, and it's more working like a flow. Now here are two properties like opacity and flow. Let's understand what this means. This is 100% property. Let me write for better understanding. Now let's understand what is the meaning of opacity and flow. Here you can find 100% opacity and 100% of flow, and here it is the 50% of opacity and 100% of flow. It means opacity just decrease the transparency of our brush tool, and flow increase or decrease the fluency, like how fluently our brush is going to work. Like on this one 100% and 100%, and you can find the smooth brush tool, and here it is with 50% opacity and 100% of flow, and here it draw that fluent brush, because we draw that line by using the shift, and you can check the flow value really effect. And here is opacity 100% but flow is 50%, and here it is going to start our brush on this, and it's work with 50% of flow tool, and on this again at the end of 50%. And here like this combination, this is a group of brushes. So this is how Photoshop is going to make lines. Like for drawing this line, there are, you can check how many brushes are there. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13. Yeah, 13 brushes are there, and almost 13 brushes are there, because here because here flow is all about 100%. So that's why here you cannot find the brushes, like how many brushes are used. And on this tool our opacity is 100%, so that's why it's showing 100% opacity. What it really affect on this brush, because of 50% of flow, like it is working with the less flow, and here you can find 50% of flow and 50% of opacity, and it really decreased our transparency and fluency of the brushes, like how our brushes are going to work. I hope opacity and flow brushes are understandable to you now, and till then if you have any question in that, then please ask. Now let's move our next properties, that is smoothing. It's also used to smooth the brush, like to smooth the stroke. And next one is these, and sorry, I'm going to explain this. If you have Wacom tab or any kind of another tab like this one, or you are using pen and tab, then you may use this kind of properties. Now by using this, it will affect the like pressure of pen, like this kind of pen are pressurized pens. Like if you draw more, then it will like draw a hard brush. If you draw a soft, then it will make a soft brush, it will use a soft brush like this one. For that I am going to use a soft round pressure size. Now here you can check, I'm going to soft tool, and here it is. Now I'm going to press it hard, and you can check. Now let's make the hardness 100%. I'm going to soft brush, and it is. Now I'm going to hard brush, check the size and the property. Soft to hard, like soft to hard. So this is what is the meaning of these tools. If you are using mouse, check. Without these tools, it is drawing just as simply like the mouse. We are using mouse simple tool. If you check on this opacity, it effect on opacity. If you click on like angle and the fluency of that, it will work according to that. So these tools are usable if you have Wacom type or any other kind of tablet with a pressure pen, then it will work according to that. Otherwise you don't need to play with this property. You can, if you are using simply a mouse, then you don't use pressurized tools because it won't work there. Now next one is, this is really a super feature of brush tool. By clicking on this, you can draw as many shapes as you want to draw, and for that you just need to draw at once. Like this I selected, then I use the brush tool, select the layer, hardness is 50. Suppose if you are drawing now on left side or right side, it will automatically paint over the next area because it divided our canvas into two parts. And here it is. And if you wanna more functions, like if you wanna divide your canvas in more parts, then again you can click on this one and divide it any, like how many ways, like dual axis. Now it divided our canvas into 4 parts. Suppose I'm trying on this one, and it is automatically make a 4 layers. And then you can like manage as many as you want, like radial one, how many segments you want. You can click on this, and suppose I want 5 segments. So if you have a painting knowledge, then it is really useful for you. Like if you are painting a man, then you just need to draw one side eye, and it will automatically like paint the second eye as same you are painting in one side. You may use any axis here, like spiral, parallel, radial. So this is about these properties. Now let's move forward and right click on this, and here you will find the little icon, that is settings icon, and here you can import the brushes, export the brushes. To import, like if you have downloaded brushes from Google or from Adobe website, then you can also use such kind of manual brushes by just clicking on this import brushes. Like these are the brushes I have, then simply click on brush. The extension of brush is .abr. Like if you find that extension .avr, that means it's a Adobe Photoshop brush, then you can import it into Adobe Photoshop and work with that brush. Like this one, then simply click on OK. I already have that brush, so I'm not going to click on that. And then you can find the all your brushes group here on this. Like by moving the slider, you can check all the brushes, and you can also delete your brushes. Like crunch brush, if you want to delete any kind of brush, then simply you need to click that brush group or any particular brush, then go to settings again, and here you will find delete group, or you can also rename, delete any particular brush, any group of brushes by simply clicking on this. If you click on append default brushes, it will show the default brushes which Photoshop have, and you can also export the brushes. And if you wanna use older version of Adobe Photoshop brushes, then you can like click on this and use these old versions of Adobe Photoshop brushes. So okay guys, this is about brush tool. In next tutorial we are going to learn how to create on brush. Till then, share and subscribe PIXIPACE YouTube channel, and write down your comments down below. If you have any question, you can also ask. And bye for now. It's time to enjoy the painting of great artist of India, that is Majnu Bhai. Now let's enjoy the painting and see you in next video. Take care of yourself. Bye bye.